Happy Wednesday, everyone. Hope you're all having a great week. It's been a couple of weeks since I've done a midweek chat, so I thought I'd pop online, um, let you all know what's been happening in the world of the Kilt Man, let you know what I've been up to, what's coming up, etc., etc. But before we start, just want to give a quick shout out to my new listeners. I've picked up a few new listeners in the last couple of weeks, from some different countries as well. So I want to give you guys a shout out. Feel free to pop in the comments where you're from, say good day. Um, yeah, welcome. If you haven't already, feel free to go through my back catalogue of episodes. I've got quite a few out there. I've got about 38 now. So yeah, check them out. Um, I'll put in the show notes in this episode too. I'll put my email address. You can also contact me on Facebook, Instagram at the Kilted Athlete Podcast. Um, yeah, email address kiltmanfitness@gmail.com. So yeah, welcome. Thanks for joining. Hope you're enjoying the show. And look, like I say to everyone, if you've got any questions, any suggestions for episodes that you want to see, pop them in the comments, shoot me a message, send me an email, whatever. I'm always looking for new content ideas to do podcasts on. A lot of my ideas come from like things people have said to me, questions people have asked me. Um, so yeah, if you've got any questions, please ask. So, what's been happening in the world of the Kilt Man? Well, a couple of weeks ago, I went for a little cruise on a cruise ship. Only a few days, only 3 days, just a little quick breakaway. I did an episode, one of my early episodes. I think it was about. I think I actually did that from Auckland earlier in the year. I did an episode on keeping fit, keeping up your training program while you're on holidays. And I did mention being on cruise ships then. So, yeah, I put some of those things into place. It was a 3 day cruise, so yeah, I wasn't away for a long time, but I definitely implemented some strategies to maintain the fitness there. One of the things I did actually when I selected the cabins for my wife and I is I made sure that we were the opposite end of the ship to the restaurant. So we had to walk the longest possible distance before we got any food. So yeah, that was kind of, I guess, like forced activity there. If we wanted to eat, we had to walk a long way to get the food. And look, these cruise ships are pretty massive. Even the little ones, there's like a lot of steps to get from one end of the ship to the other. So I guess that kept us on track. If we did nothing else, at least we walked to the restaurant. But we did do a lot of walking around the ship, exploring the ship too, and you get quite active just doing that. Also, the big thing is use the stairs where possible. Avoid the elevators, and with the it's kind of a win-win too, because the more you use the stairs, they're usually quite a wait. People waiting to use an elevator, so often it's quicker just to go up the next flight of stairs. I hit the gym a couple of times in the cruise ship. Look, the gym's a bit different to a regular gym for obvious reasons. Like there's no squat racks and things on the cruise ship. You don't want it's not safe to have like people people squatting with Olympic weights, on a ship that's rolling about the sea. So I can understand why they don't have that kind of thing on the ship. But yeah, there's yeah, I found the the gym. It was fit for purpose. It was pretty good. It had a fair amount of machines, some dumbbells. So the struggle I had was everything was in pounds. So I did struggle with the conversion. I think the first time I picked up a couple of dumbbells and started bench pressing, thinking I was doing like a really big weight, but the reality was I realised that um, it was in pounds, so kind of a little bit of a blow to the ego, but yeah, just the whole pounds, and also on the treadmill, um, everything's in miles, so I do kind of know miles a little bit. I know 1.6 kilometres is a mile, so that's kind of a little bit easier to convert. But when you're looking at your pace and everything, that kind of gets confusing. But look, I guess that's like a minor problem. Um, jogging on the treadmill on a ship is quite challenging. The gyms are quite often up the front of the ship, which is kind of one of the roughest places on the ship. So it takes a lot of balance actually to jog on a treadmill on a ship, um, which I guess is good for like especially like trail run training. Um, like there's a lot of takes a lot more balance running on trails, so a lot more variables. So I guess it's quite a unique way to train, especially if you're looking to improve your balance. But yeah, that was my little cruise that I did for a couple of days. It was quite enjoyable, quite relaxing. But yes, I did make sure I stayed active. Yeah, so apart from the cruise, the other big thing that's happened in the last couple of weeks is the the second War Hope Island gathering, which I was a part of. War Hope, just kind of like west of Port Macquarie, just a little bit west of Port Macquarie. Um, well, not little, it's fairly sizable, I think, town. If not kind of familiar with the area, go about halfway between Brisbane and Sydney, you've got Port Macquarie, and then kind of a little bit west of that, you've got Wauchope. This is the second year that they've run this island. There's lots of pipe bands and Highland games and Highland dances, and, fun things like that. So I was out there with my bagpipes with the Port Macquarie Wauchope RSL pipe band, and we joined in with mass bands as well. It was really quite amazing. But we also had Highland games out there as well. So we did the caber toss, we did the farmers carry, and a couple of other events. I did an episode a few months ago on the caber toss, so check that one out. I had a crack at the caber toss. My first attempt was quite abysmal. Thankfully, nobody got that on camera, but my second attempt was quite good. I flipped it, I wouldn't say perfectly, but it was pretty good. I've actually put the clip of that on this episode. I realised you can attach a short video clip to an episode, so I've attached it there. And I've also attached that same video clip to my caber toss episode. That was the first of my random sports episodes I did a couple of months ago. I had a crack at the farmers carry. We had like two 35-kilo weights, one in each hand. We had to run around a course with it. So that was quite fun. It was a good day all up. It was good to actually, I won't say mastered it, but do quite well at the caber toss. It was good to do. It's been quite some years since I've done the caber toss, so it was good to revisit that. So that's what's been going on in my world. My first running event for 2026 is early March. I think it's the 1st of March. It's Port Macquarie Run Festival, or Run Fest Port Macquarie. So I'll be ramping up the running training shortly for that, because that's not as far away as it sounds. So yeah, there'll be ramping up the Ks. I'll be um, doing a long run training as per my how to run longer episode that I did last week. I'll be pretty much following my own advice on that, and yeah, using my tried and tested method, tried and trusted method of increasing the kilometers. So that's it, guys. That's my midweek wrap up. What have you guys been up to? Like, if you wanna comment, send me an email, tell me things you've been doing. Um, yeah, reach out. Um, Also, look, I'm actually always looking for new guests to go on the podcast. I have an incentive for new guests now. I have a special limited edition stubby holder. The Kilted Athlete podcast stubby holder, exclusive for people that have been guests on my podcast. So if you or you know of someone that wants to be a guest, you don't have to live anywhere near where I do. I'm sure we can do something over the phone or something. Um, at this stage, the podcasts are just recorded on a headset on my iPhone, but I'm sure we can figure out a way of doing something over the phone. Yeah, and reach out to me if you have something you want to talk about, you want to be a guest. Also, listeners, I've got some fridge magnets, guys. Some Kilted Athlete podcast fridge magnets, and I'm happy to post one out to you. Just reach out, get in contact with me, send me an address, or stick one in an envelope, and just send it out to you. Just for being a valuable listener, and obviously, if you've got to this point of the podcast, you've listened the whole way through. So, um, if you turn it off 2 minutes in, you wouldn't have got to this part, so you wouldn't know about the fridge magnets. So yeah, just to say thank you for listening. I'm happy to send one. I've got about like 30, 40 of these fridge magnets to give away. So yeah, just send me details. I've got my email. I'll put my email address in the show notes. And just one other thing, I've reached 500 listened. So 500, my podcast has been listened to 500 times, which I'm pretty proud of that. I mean, it's not like millions of listens, and one day millions of people might be listening, but I think 500 is a pretty big thing. So yeah, thanks you guys for listening, tuning in. Thanks to the regular people that are listening consistently, and thanks to the people that have just joined in. Listen to the last couple of episodes. Feel free to go through the back catalogue of episodes and yeah, and give them all a listen. Thanks, guys. Talk to you next time. Bye.